On the King's Birthday long weekend, 20 vehicles met at Rainbow for a camping trip in the Big Desert Wyperfeld area. We split into two groups, 10 in each car, and we didn't meet up again until the Saturday night. We're heading north on Well Track. Quite easy going, but very up and down. As always, it's not always smooth sailing, and the 6x6 Parenti had some overheating issues. Turned out its fans weren't running, and for some reason 2 relays had failed, and when they were replaced it was fine. There were plenty of sand dunes which we had some fun getting over, and as always it comes down to tyre pressures, and I guess early on some of us had our tyres a bit higher than perhaps they should have been, but as we proceeded through the couple of days, I guess we all found our optimum tyre pressure levels. You can see the weather was great, it was cool, but sunny days, which was very nice after the cloudy Melbourne. This is perhaps the most difficult part of Millmed Rock Track. There's 3 ways to get to the top of the sandhill, and I guess I've been stuck here before, so it's the steepest and the longest and the sandiest part. But we all made it over unassisted. So we were fortunate that really the sand was quite damp, so while the layer on top was dry, once you pushed down through that it was damp, which made it easy to get to the top. And if you look carefully you can see this in the sand as we go up the hill. You can see that what's being churned up is damp. There's also evidence that people have not lowered their tyre pressures enough, as is experienced by the diagonally opposite holes in the hills as you go up. And the Discovery 3 you can see churning the sand up on each alternate wheel. That's caused by previous people not having lowered their tyre pressures enough. We all met up for a big fire on Saturday night, and the following day we saw a soak which was identified to us by a local farmer where the native animals would go and drink. The third day saw us heading across Firebreak Track, which runs across the north end of the boundary of the park. So on the north side, the left-hand side, we would have farmers' property, and on the right-hand side would be park. So it took us all day to do this track as we're heading towards Snowdrift. We didn't make Snowdrift, it took us so long to complete Firebreak Track. We didn't get there till the following day. There were many interesting sandhills to try and get over, which provided lots of entertainment for the group. Collecting firewood for fires was a part of the experience. Fortunately, lots of people could carry the wood and could cut it up for us. Snowdrift was the last sandhill for the weekend, and you can't drive on it, but it's a spectacular thing to look at. And from there we aired up. Some of us had some tyre troubles, which turned out not to be a flat tyre, but just needed more air. And then we finished the trip at Patchywallach. It was a great trip with a good group of friends.